Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to session 2. I don't know how many sessions we're going to have, but welcome to session 2. And then let's try to push. Let's try to solve as many questions as we can. And we'll see how it's going to be. Okay? Okay, so now we are now touching functions. One thing that you need to understand, guys, is that whether you like it or not, tomorrow there should be a question under quadratic function. They'll ask you to say express it in a form of a open brackets x plus p close the bracket squared then plus k. Okay, I've exchanged them. You're writing on Tuesday?
For 11:20, hasn't changed.
11:20.
11:20 hasn't changed. We're waiting tomorrow.
Then 11.
They just change the period.
So 11:20 is on tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. So there we go. Let's say we have f of x. You can mute your mic, equal to 6 minus 10x minus 4x squared. Then they ask you to say write this in a form of a open brackets x minus k or x minus h raised to the power 2 plus k, where a, h and k are constant. Okay, then next they say sketch the graph of f of x indicating the intercept and turning point. So this is a quadratic function, we already know about that. Now I need to use completing square method if they say I should leave my answer in this format. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I need first to rewrite this. X squared has to start, so it will be negative 4x squared minus 10x plus 6. Now the next thing is I need to factor out m. Completing square method, I'm going to show you another method which is simple for you. I'll factor out 4, and here I'm going to remain with this. 10 divided by 4 is what? Is 5 over 2, right? X. Then put plus 6. So there are those people who can't see the screen right now because someone is sharing the screen. I don't know who is that person, but now they have stopped. People are bad. And then these data boys who are sharing the screen, they feel like teaching as well.
I think so, sir. So I have a question.
Yes, madam.
I didn't really understand what I said.
You didn't learn
No, I learned, but I didn't really understand how you were finding eggs using the Venn.
using the X, using the. Oh, you're talking about session 1.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll answer that question when we're done with this one.
Thank you very much.
Let's continue. Time is not with us. So then we are trying to, this is completing square method that I'm using right now, and I know you guys, you are familiar with it. Negative 4, unless you don't know what I'm doing. So what we actually do, here I'm supposed to do 5 over 2 times half, which is going to be 5 over 2, which is going to be 5 over 4. So it will be plus 5 over 4. Because this is positive, that's why inside here is also just positive. I'll square it. The same thing, do minus 5 over 4, then square it as well. Then put this guy which doesn't have x, don't touch it, leave it the way it is. Negative 4, now you are ignoring this, because this is squared and this is squared, you write x plus, because of this plus, and then I'll say 5 over 4, I'll put in squared here. Then minus 5 squared is 25, 4 squared is 16. Bring this 6 here. Who is behind before we continue? Okay, so I said, I think if you've been watching my videos, I've been dividing 4 everywhere, right? Like for all completing square method. So this is the simplest method. You just leave it and deal with the one having x squared and x. Then leave the one which doesn't have x, just put it outside. You're not going to have challenges when you are multiplying. It's going to be easy. So it's the same method actually. You can use that one, divide it by 4, meaning the bracket has to cover even the 6 when you divide it by 4. Are you getting me, sir? When you reach at this point, now multiply it by negative. Open the big bracket. So it's going to be negative 4 x plus 5 over 4 squared. Negative and negative will be positive. Then you have got 4 times 25. Put it in the brackets. Divided by 16. Then now since you have opened, put plus 6. 4 here 1, 4 here 4. Now you have remained with negative 4 x plus 5 over 4 squared plus 25 over 4 plus 6. Now you can simplify that. When are you guys crossing? When are you guys crossing? Okay, negative 4 x plus 5 over 4 squared minus, oh, this is plus, not minus, sorry. Let us now go ahead and simplify this. So you have already crossed. And why are you not registering with Transcended so that you should be enjoying? 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 25 is 25 plus 4 there, 1 there, 4 times that is 24, sorry. I'll end up having 49 divided by 4. The way you are understanding right now, if I take you through physics and then you go and pass, if you didn't understand projectile motion during this holiday, we are going to start from scratch. Then you understand projectile motion, you come back and we continue. If I was you, I would have registered with Transcended, but because I'm not you. Now, here what we're going to do is, we need to find the turning point. But the question first part is, express this in a form of x plus x minus k, then squared plus, I don't know which is here, which is h. Here there is h, then here there is k. This is the answer for the first part I have found. So I found the value of h, a, and k. The question continues to say, hence find the turning point, which is TP2 room 17 or TP2 room 12. So TP is turning point. Turning point has got X and Y. This is the X value, this is the Y value. But you get the opposite of this. Sometimes you don't understand when you say the opposite of that. Get what is in the brackets, equate equal to 0, solve for X. X is equal to negative 5 over 4. So then it will be negative 5 over 4, comma, you get this one the way it is, 49 over 4. Do you guys know that I can find the turning point? If the question is not asking you to express that in a form of A, in this form. If the question is not asking you to do that, they just say sketch. There is a simple method which we use, not a completing square method. You know that method, right? Okay, I'm going to show you. After finding the turning point, we need to find what we call the intercept. To find the y-intercept, you can mute your mic. X should be equal to 0. So f of x, if I put 0, it will be 6 minus 10 times 0 minus 4 times 0 squared. This will be 0, this will be 0. So y will be equal to 6. So it has to cut at y is equal to 6. Okay? Are we okay on how to find the turning point?
Yes.
Any problem? Then, to find the x-intercept, what you have here, I want to show you something. We have negative 4, open brackets, x plus 5 over 4 squared plus 49 over 4. Bari kuchecha aba. Okay, tabachosa bari kuchechi. So now, this is what I have. Instead of you wasting time using that quadratic equation formula, that is not, you are going to waste time actually. But the best way, what you can do from here, just equate everything equal to 0. Shift this to go to the other side. So you have negative 4x plus 5 over 4 squared is equal to negative 49 over 4. Now I'm going to divide everywhere by negative 4. This negative 4 which is outside the two brackets, here also negative 4. So here these two guys will cancel. I'll remain with x plus 5 over 4 in the bracket squared is equal to negative 49 over 4 is the same as times 1 over negative 4. I have not changed anything here in case you are confused. If I put division here, it's the same as I put division there. So it is negative 49 over 4 times 1 over 4. Negative. This is negative. We're talking about this 4 here. You understand? Now, what I can do is I have got x plus 5 over 4 raised to the power 2 is equal to negative and negative can cancel. Then I'll have 49 over 16. Who is behind up to this time? Up to this point? Before I continue. If you're not okay with this method, If this is factorizable, you can use factorizing method, or the quadratic one is fine. Then I can go ahead and now get the square root. To get rid of this 2 here, even here, once I do that, put plus or minus this side. Now you have x plus 5 over 4. The 2 and the square root have gone. Plus or minus, the square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 16 is 4. These are the methods that we use to teach data boys so that they should go and teach their girls at RIB basement. So you shine, you go there and tell them, okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to shift this to go to the right side. When it goes to the right side, it has to come here. So it will be negative 5 over 4 plus or minus 7 over 4. Then the Kama girl you are teaching now, she'll be like, wow, this data boy knows how to do these things. Tomorrow, what time can we meet again? Not you teach them complicated method. Tomorrow they will give you an excuse. No, tomorrow I think I'm busy. I'm not going to make it here. But make them to understand so that tomorrow they should tell, oh, what time can we meet? They even tell, oh, I can cook for you actually. When you tell them that I'm hungry. These are the methods that you can convince these girls. Now, here what I'm going to do is, I have got two things now. Negative 5 over 4 plus 7 over 4, or x is equal to negative 5 over 4 minus 7 over 4. Aba bari kuti aba nangaba panga chongo aba Bashadrik.
I'm here, sir.
You are making noise, sir. Your mic is not muted, sir. So this is what we are going to do. X, the denominators are the same, add the numerator. So negative 5 plus that is 2 over 4. Now this can be 1 over 2. I'm done. Next, x will be equal to negative, what is 5? 5 plus that, it should be 12 divided by 4. Then it will be negative 3. Not so. Have we made any mistake? These are the methods you can be using, guys. If you still think, if you still if you're still having challenges with this one, you can use the usual one. Who has got a problem on how to find the x-intercept? After finding the x-intercept, you need to know that if a is less than 0, the graph has to come out like what? It has to come out like that. If a is greater than 0, it has to come out like that. A in this case is less than 0. The graph has to come out like that. After knowing that, the next thing that you have to do is to come up with a neat graph. Not graph kwati papita zovu. Neat graph. Okay? So then, one thing I want you to understand is that this x in turning point which we are going to have, it will always fall between the x-intercept which you have these two. It has to be in between. If it's not in between, everything is wrong. Now if you explain that to your, if a data boy explains that to you guys, then you'll be like, this person knows what they're doing. Even if you don't know, still the graph will come out. So we have negative 3 here. Negative 5 over 4 is approximately negative 1 point something, which is going to be here. And 1 and negative half or positive half will be there. It has to touch at 6. it has to touch at 6, and the turning point 49 over 4 is approximately, I don't know, but it should be on top of that. 49 over 4. The turning point is where now you guys, there are some situations, especially those people who stay in Karingalinga, you are going to realize that when they go home in school, the class has been cancelled. Then if they have got a friend, they will go and rest there. So a turning point is a point where the graph is going to rest. You go to your friend's room, you go and rest, then you turn here. So it will come like that. It reaches there, it comes, it touches there, then it goes like that. From what we have done here, we have gotten about 6 marks. There is no test, no exam without this question. We need to know this one, eh? We need to know this one. Any questions so far about this one?
No questions.
No question.
No questions.
Okay.
Sir, there
Why what? Why what? Why what? Why what? The one who is asking, sir, there, why? Then inabaya. Another set of the questions that you guys should be familiar with is composite function. Let's say given that f of x, these questions I'm getting them from different past papers and tutorial sheets. Given that f of x is equal to x plus 1 divided by 3x minus 4, then given that g of x is equal to x squared minus x, then h of x is equal to the square root of 4x minus 3. The question is, solve the equation of f inverse of g of x should be equal to 0. Okay, that's the first question. So let's first find the inverse of f of x. Inverse is something that is not complicated. Now I'm going to show you another method, a very simple method, so that when you go and teach those people who doesn't know about this, they'll be able to say, but this one knows math. You guys, you know this method. Y is equal to x plus 1 divided by 3x minus 4. Then you start now finding, you make x as a subject of the formula. So if I cross multiply, I'll have x plus 1 is equal to 3yx minus 4y. Shift this to the other side, x minus 3yx is equal to negative 4 minus 1. Negative 4y, right? Factor out x, so it will be 1 minus 3y is equal to negative 4y minus 1. Then you divide everywhere by 1 minus 3y, even here 1 minus 3y. So these they will cancel. X is equal to negative 4y minus 1, 1 minus 3y. Anyone with a problem on how to find this? Those who are following, we have not made any mistake, right? Have we made any mistake? I lost my network, but I think you guys were there when I was writing this question, right?
No.
What of the time I was sketching the previous question?
No. No.
Who? Okay, no problem. So I can't go back. That's the problem.
How have you done this in 2 minutes?
Okay, so now this question is saying, given that f of x, g of x squared, this one, then h we have that. Then he's saying we need to solve the first question is saying we need to solve the equation f of inverse of g is equal to 0. So the first thing is we need first to find the inverse of f. Then now we do f inverse of g. Then we equate equal to 0 and solve for x, not so? So you are not responding again. I assume that the network is not okay.
No, the network is just okay. It's fine, it's okay.
Okay. So what I was doing, I was finding the inverse. So I have done this. You guys know how to find the inverse, not so?
Yes.
We don't.
How to find the inverse? This is what we do. Normally, you guys, you use this formula where you equate f of x equal to x to y. Then you make x as a subject of the formula. This is the method you know. Not so?
Yes. Yes.
Let me show you a simple method. Let me show you a simple method which you can use to convince anyone who doesn't understand functions. So what you are going to do, exchange these things. Equate this f of x equal to x, then put where there is x, put y. So y plus 1 is equal to 3y minus 4, like that. Have you seen what I've done?
We've seen, but we can't understand. Yes.
When you are used eating in Shima, you go to England, it becomes very hard for you to adapt. Some people who go to England or to Russia, they will carry mini meal because they are used with Inshima. You are used with y is equal to x plus 1 divided by this. It's the one I'm going to use for you. Let us make x as a subject of the formula. So it will be 3xy minus 4y is equal to x plus 1. I'm going to shift x to go to the other side, 4y to go to the other side. 3xy minus x is equal to 1 plus 4y. I'll make x as a subject of the formula. 3y minus 1 is equal to 1 plus 4y. Divide everywhere by 3y minus 1. 3y minus 1. X will be equal to, these will cancel, 1 plus 4y divided by 3y minus 1. Therefore, f of inverse of x is equal to 1 plus, where there is y, put x, divided by f 3x minus 1. That's the inverse. Another method that you can use. Sorry? Another method that you can use to impress your crushes is this method. Instead of me putting y here, I'll go direct and put x. I'll just say x is equal to, where there is x, put y. Y plus 1 divided by 3y minus 4. Go ahead and make y as a subject of the formula and you are going to find the same answer. In that case, you don't have to exchange where there is y, put x. It will come out perfect. Do you want us to solve, or you can do it on your own? You can do it on your own. Let's go to the next one.
So on the question before you lost the network, you said that you show us another method of completing the square, which is easier than that one you were saying. But now you lost your network. You were waiting for that.
No, the method that you know. Which method do you know for completing square method? Or you mean on how to sketch the graph?
No, you said that there's a shortcut of completing the square, the tensor method. But not the one that you use.
Which method?
That one, the one that you use.
Oh, so you don't know the other one, the hard one. That is the easier one, the one I used. Yes.
It was
And
determined
tell
by
us if we can just swap this same answer using the same y, substitute y on the inverse.
You can't do
that's
it.
why also to touch you also to touch to 4 question 1.
Don't worry. So let's do this. Now this is going to give us if you do this, make y as a substitute of the formula, it will come out direct like that. You don't have to plug, you don't have to exchange anything. You know what I mean, right? Now where there is x, put g. It means that this is going to be 1 plus 4, where there is x, put g, to be x squared minus x, then divide it. What am I doing? I'm going to divide everything by 3. Where there is x, you put this, then minus 1, equal to 0. So it will be 1 plus 4x squared minus 4x divided by 3x squared minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. So if you cross multiply this guy on the denominator and 0, it will just give me 0. So I'll end up having 1 plus 4x squared minus 4x is equal to 0. So you are solving the equation. Yalikaba 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. Can I use the product and sum? I don't think it can work out. It can. The product is 4, the sum is negative 4. Factors can be negative 2 and negative 2. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 positive 4. Therefore, 4x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Factor out 2x. I will remain with 2x minus 1. Factor out 1, negative 1. So it will be 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Since these guys are the same, you write 1. 2x minus 1 and 2x minus 1 again equal to 0. So in short, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0 and x will be equal to 1 over 2. That's the only answer. Any question?
Wait, this question
No
was
question.
that question. That's the wait. I have a question.
Yes.
This is the first question you were saying f of x equals x plus 1 over 2x minus 4.
So this question was given that the function f of x is equal to x plus 1 over 3x minus 4, g of x is equal to x squared minus x, and h of x is equal to the square root of 4x minus 3. Solve the equation of this.
Oh, and then that's when you go into float and all that.
Yes, so that's what we're from doing actually.
Alright, okay.
So what else are we supposed to do? Then it continued to say find the domain of the composite function. They like this question. Finding the domain. They want us to find the domain they are saying find the domain of h of g of x. So in the function of h, where there is x, put g. So it will be like this: 4 open brackets x minus 3. You can ask so this is the composite of that guy. Now they want me to find the domain. Any question there before I find the domain?
No questions have been posted.
Sir, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yes, we have found the value of x.
Oh, thank you.
To find the domain of this guy, get what is in the square root only. Do greater than or equal to 0. So for x, the product is negative 12. The sum is negative 4. What is the factor? You know what I'm doing here, right?
Yes.
So what am I going to have? Negative 6 and positive what? 2. 4x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. Factor out 2x. I'll have 2x minus 3. Factor out 1. 2x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So I have 2x plus 1, 2x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So 2x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0, and 2x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So for x, so it will be 2x greater than or equal to negative 1. If I divide both sides by x, it will be negative 1 over 2. If I shift 3 to go to the other side, it will be x is equal to 3 or greater than or equal to 3 over 2. Who is behind here? No one, eh?
Yes.
In any question which we are going to solve, even when you are in class, there should be someone who is supposed to be behind. It's not normal for everyone to understand. You know that, right? Have you seen now what I was telling you? Have you seen what I was telling you? In any question that we are supposed to solve here, there should be someone who is supposed to be confused. That is normal. So we are finding.
So my question is,
Yes.
should I go ahead?
Yes. Really.
Alright. When are we supposed to change the sign here? Like for example, when this positive one comes this side, we still maintain the greater than or equal to. I'm just getting confused. Like, where are we required to change this sign here? During
Have you seen? Okay. Let me answer your question using this. So if you have something like this, then I have to shift 1 to go to the other side, so it will be negative 2x. Negative 2x greater than or equal to negative 1. Divide. Whenever you are dividing it by negative, that's when this guy changes. So it only changes when you are dividing by negative. We have answered one question. Another person was asking, what are we doing? We are finding the domain of this.
Okay, sir.
Yes. In anything, as long as you come up with this and you find that you have these and you have got more than one answer, it will always take you back to inequality. Now people make mistakes and they will report that the domain is just that. No, it's wrong. So this will go back to the table. This is now an inequality. So this is now an inequality. So then I'm going to put negative half and 3 over. The number in between it should be 0. Here I can get 2. Here I can get negative what? Negative 1. Initially, before I divided these things, we had 2x plus 1. Then this guy, it was 2x minus 3, right? So these are the things that I'm going to put here. 2x minus 3. Here I have to put so here now we are solving also inequality, so I don't think you are going to have challenges on how to do this inequality. If I put negative 1 here, it will be negative 2 minus plus 1, which is going to be negative. If I put negative even here, it will be negative. Negative times negative is positive. If I put 0 where there is x, it will be 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is positive. Here it will be negative, overall negative. So there's someone who is behind here, and I understand that's normal. If I put 2 where there is x, it will be 4 plus 1, 5, so positive. Then here it will be 4 minus that, positive. The overall positive. Now you look at the guy that you have here. This is greater than. So if it's greater than or equal to, then we are going to get the positive part. This guy and this guy, and that guy is not the answer. So then the domain in this case, we are starting from this point going to negative infinity. So not included negative infinity all the way to negative half. Included union, I jump from 3 over 2 all the way to comma infinity, like that. That is the domain. Any question? How many people are confused? But then when you are teaching, people who are confused are supposed to be less than the people who are going to understand. Then that is normal.
I have a quick question. It's not that I'm confused, but I have just a question similar to this, but the question, instead of the answers, the first value. The first x value has greater than or equal to, or the other x value has less than or equal to. That was because at some point I have to divide by a negative.
Okay, so if you have got another one which is less, for example, if this was less than, then this is still greater than, you still follow the first one, which is just greater than. But in a case, there is only, when you're dealing with inequalities, we always follow the first sign. But for this type, it only changes when both guys, when these guys have changed. For this type of question, if this is greater than, then we end up solving, and then all of them, they have changed to less than. I would have followed less than. But normal inequality, even if both of them have changed, we still follow the first one.
I can go to make the simple as you would have done it, as if they were all greater than or equal to.
No, still, even if one is greater than another one is less than, you still follow the first one.
Can I bring it up to the question?
You have a question?
No, should I show you the same question which has brought up this confusion?
Yes, you can send in my inbox.
And my question might take you back. I joined the class a little late, but then also, what if we're asked to find the range here or such a question? How would we go about it?
They can't ask you.
Why? How? You know.
It's not at your level.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Yes. They can't ask you.
When does the sign change from greater than or equal to less than or equal to?
Sorry?
I heard of changing the sign from greater than or equal to less than or equal to. When does it change?
When does it change? When something is negative, when does it change? Okay. So it can only change if at all I have got 1 minus x greater than or equal to 0. So if I shift 1 to the other side, it will be negative. When I divide here by negative, even here by negative, this guy will change now to less than or equal to. You have seen it? Yes. Do we have challenges on how to find alpha and beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes.
Given that 2x squared plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0, the question is the roots of the quadratic equation 2x squared plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0 are alpha and beta. Find the value of each of the expression. The first one is alpha minus beta, divide it by beta, then plus alpha plus beta divided by alpha. The best way what you can do, you need first to find what we call the sum and product. Sum is given by negative b over a. This is a, this is b, and this is c. Product is given by alpha times beta is equal to c over a. So then alpha plus beta is equal to, what is beta? Oh, sorry, what is b? B is 3, so it's negative 3 over a is 2. Now I want to find alpha times beta. Alpha times beta, c is negative 6 divided by a, which is 2. Then I'll end up having negative 3. So in any case, I can't solve this the way it is. I should be able to find either alpha plus beta or alpha times beta. Then I plug in the values. You understand? So then I'll find the common denominator, which is going to be alpha times beta. So beta into alpha beta, beta and beta will cancel. Then alpha times what I have on top, it will be alpha squared minus alpha beta. Plus alpha into alpha beta, alpha and alpha will cancel. Then I'll have alpha beta times alpha is alpha beta plus alpha times or beta times beta, it will be beta squared. These two guys will give me 0. I'll end up having alpha squared plus beta squared divided by alpha times beta. We don't have time for me to drive the formula for this, but if you have been watching my videos, I've managed to drive the formulas. So it is alpha plus beta squared plus minus 2 alpha beta. Wherever you are going to see alpha to the power 2 plus beta to the power 2, you should be replacing it with this. Wherever you are going to find alpha to the power 3 and this, you should always replace it with alpha plus beta to the power 3 minus 2 alpha beta, or 3 alpha beta, open brackets, alpha plus beta. I don't know if I have made any mistake here. Data boys, you can correct me. Any data boy to correct me? So we are good to go, right? We are good to go. Anyone to respond?
Yes, sir, you can continue.
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. So then I'm going to replace the top part with alpha plus beta to the power 2 minus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha plus times beta. So alpha times beta, alpha plus beta, we know that is negative 3 over 2, but we have to square it. Minus 2 alpha times beta is negative 3 divided by negative 3. So negative 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, minus, that is going to be 6. Now you divide this by 3. In simple terms, this is basically the same as 9 over 4 minus 6 over 1 Find first this, then you are going to divide it by 3 later, negative 3, sorry, later on. So the common denominator is 4. 4 there, I'll have 9 minus 24. What is 9 minus 24? What is 9 minus 24? It should be negative 15, right? So negative 15 over 4, now we divide it by negative 3. So it's more like I'll put it divided by negative 3. So negative 15 over...
Sir, I want to ask something.
Ask.
There where there's negative 2, open bracket, negative 3. So when we do negative 2 by negative 3, is it, I thought it's supposed to be positive 6.
It's supposed to be
6,
positive 6, yes, thank you. These are the data boys we want. They'll be able to spot an error to say, oh, yeah, there's a mistake there. Then there are those data boys where you just sit and then it's normal. It's normal. Have you ever gone to the real basement where you studied almost 3 hours? You go back to your room, but it's still blank. Those are jobbies. There's a difference between a jobby and a chaji. So now there we go. This should be positive. So it's positive 15 over 4. Divide it by 3, negative 3, sorry. So positive 15. How many are behind? At least if 4 are behind, then we are okay.
Sir,
Yes.
what the worst is when the answer changes is we're now adding. Unlike here, you're using 15 because we subtracted.
Yes. What a data girl. Let me start from here. I think I've made a mistake. Now, 9 over 4 plus 6 divided by 1. The common denominator is 4. 4 into 4 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. Then here it will be 24. So what is 9 plus 24? Is that what?
That will be 33.
33 divided by 4. But remember, there is also divided by negative 3. So I'll say 33 divided by 4 times 1 over negative 33. 3 there, 1. 3 there into 33, 11. So now I have got 11 over negative 1 times 4, negative 4. And that becomes my answer. Alpha and beta, another thing that you need to be familiar with is how to find the equation. Is that okay? How to find the equation. Which question can I get for how to find the... You already know about how to find the equation, or we go to another question?
We'll get another question, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow you should not come and...
On the equation.
Okay, just a minute. Let's do one for the equation. Minus 6 is equal to 0. The question is, the roots of the quadratic equation 2x squared plus 3x minus 6 is equal to alpha and beta. Find the value... No, sorry. This is not the question. It is 2x minus x. 2x minus x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now let me read the question. Find the quotient... Oh, I'm tired now. The root of the quadratic equation 2x squared minus x plus 4 is equal to 0 are alpha and beta. Find the quadratic equation with the integer coefficient which has the roots of alpha plus beta divided by alpha squared and alpha plus beta divided by beta squared. Now they want you to find the equation whose roots are this. So when you have got and, they want you to add this first. They want you to add this Another one, they want you to do, you multiply this. So because we're talking about sum and the product, now the equation is given by x squared minus alpha plus beta times x plus alpha times beta is equal to 0. This is the sum and this is the product. Using the same thing, this is A, this is B, and this is C. So alpha plus beta is still negative B over A. So B is negative 1. Negative times negative will be positive, so it will be positive 1 over A is 2. Alpha times beta is C over A. C is 4, A is 2, so I'll end up having 2. The first thing, let us first add this. Before we continue, who is behind? Before we continue, who is behind? You can be thinking we are together, can't I'm just alone. Who is behind? There should be someone who is supposed to be behind. It's not possible. No, you can't. 90 of you can't understand all of you. No one. It's not. The common denominator is alpha times beta, but square. Okay, you can mute your mic. Let's continue. Mute your mics. Let's continue. So the common denominator is alpha squared beta squared. So alpha squared, you know what I'm doing, right? This question is involving, come on. So now what I'm going to remain with is beta squared. So I'll have beta squared times alpha. On top is alpha beta squared. Then I'm going to have plus beta squared times beta is beta to the power 3. Plus here beta and beta will go, so it will be alpha to the power 3 plus, then it will also be beta times, it will be alpha squared, so it will be alpha squared times beta, like that. The best thing that we can do here is first to leave this guy and this guy alone, which is going to be alpha to the power 3 plus beta to the power 3. Then let's get this and this also to be together, plus alpha beta squared plus alpha squared beta. Divide this. This now can be written as alpha times beta in the brackets to a power 2. The best thing that we can do now, we know that we have to replace this with something. Remember what I said? You replace that with alpha plus beta raised to the power 3 minus 3 alpha beta, open brackets, alpha plus beta. Now here you are going to factor out alpha beta for these two guys. I don't have enough space. I'll shift this guy to come here. I'm going to factor out alpha beta and I'll remain with beta squared. No, it will be beta times, so it's the same even if I start with alpha. So it will be alpha plus beta. You divide this by alpha beta to the power 2. We can go ahead and now plug in the values. Alpha plus beta is 1 over 2 raised to the power 3 minus 3 alpha beta is what? 2. Then alpha plus beta is what? In fact, why are we wasting time? This is wrong. It's not wrong, but I'm wasting time. These two guys can be added. So it will be negative 2 alpha beta open brackets alpha plus beta. I hope no one is behind now. Who is behind? It's not true. You are supposed to be behind. So half raised to the power 3 minus 2 alpha times
Behind, but
I-
you will say we are behind.
You know,
Yes.
yeah,
okay, it's normal. You can't go to the hospital and tell them that the whole body is just paining. They are going to give you painkillers, and you're not going to. They are not going to know the problem. They ask you what's wrong. The whole body is paining. What medication are they going to give you? Mm. Hello.
Pastor,
Yes.
there on the formula, it's not supposed to be 3, not 2.
Which formula, sir? You mean this one?
Yeah.
So-
Supposed to be 3, not 2.
So, sir, listen, sir. Look here. This part here has been replaced by this. Are we together there? But we have factored out this part, and it has given us this. I hope you are following there. Now you can clearly see that this guy is basically the same as this guy, so it can be added. Negative 3 alpha beta plus alpha beta is negative 2. That's where this is coming from.
Oh, I understand now.
Once to the power 3 is 1, then it will be 8. 2 to the power 3 is 8. Minus, it will be 4. Then 4, then there is half here. The best way what we can do is this 2 and that 2 can cancel. And I'll end up having just 2. Divide that by 2 squared is 4. Do you guys know that 1 over 8 minus 2 over 1 is the same as I put times 8 divided by 8. Then on top I'll have 16. If you don't understand here, do the normal way, divide it by 1. So it will be 1 minus 16, it will be negative 15 over 8. You are still behind. Now what we are going to do, this negative 15 over 8, you divide it by 4. Not so. Negative 15 over 8 times 1 over 4, which is going to give us negative 15 over, what is 8 times 4? 32. So here there will be negative 15 over 32. That is the product. The sum. One thing I hate about such kind of questions, because they give us big numbers, and for you to solve it, it will take some time. And if when you rush, you are going to end up getting 0 at the same time. So I don't know. Now you have to multiply them. This is now simple. Multiplying is simple. I'm multiplying this by that. So it's x times x is alpha times alpha squared. Alpha times beta is alpha beta. Beta times alpha beta. Beta times beta squared. Then this just becomes alpha times beta raised to the power 2. We still have alpha squared plus beta squared. Those two can be added to be 2 alpha beta. Divide that by alpha times beta raised to the power 2. Remember, this can be replaced by alpha plus beta raised to the power 2 minus 2 alpha beta plus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha times beta raised to the power 2. This and this can go, it will be 0. I'll remain with alpha plus beta raised to the power 2 divided by alpha times beta raised to the power 2. We can plug in the values. Alpha plus beta is 1 over 2 raised to the power 2. Alpha times beta is 2 raised to the power 2. 1 over 4 divided by 4, because this is 4. 1 over 4 times 1 over 4, so it's 1 over 16. This is now the product. Using that thing, I can now go ahead and write my equation. So x squared minus, open brackets, alpha plus beta is negative 15. So now negative and negative will cancel. It will give me plus 15 over 32 plus 1 over 16. But there is x here. Don't forget to put x there. Should be equal to 0. We don't leave our equation like that. Do times the number that is big on the denominator, which is 32. I will do times 32 everywhere. 32 times x, it will be 32 x squared plus this and that will cancel, so I'll have 15x plus 16 there, it will be 2 is equal to 0. That's the equation. Any question on how to find the equation? Someone is behind, which is normal, but which other question are we supposed to talk about in tutorial sheet, especially 2 and 3?
How to find the range?
Of what?
I don't know specifically, but the question
Then also in tutorial sheet 3. Tutorial sheet 3, question 5a.
Yes, I agree with yes. Sir. No, it's the question about the question.
You can ask.
There was this question. It said, let's get over equal to 3x to the power 2 minus, open bracket, 2 minus 4.
Starts. Can you start again?
The question was, f of x is equal to 3x to the power 2
3x to the power 2
minus, open bracket, t minus 4 cross x.
t minus 4
T minus 4 cross then x minus, open bracket, 2t plus 1 cross
2t minus 1
2t plus 1
2t plus 1
2p plus 1.
2p plus 1.
Yes, then cross bracket.
Even this is t. Is this t or p?
That's t.
Is t, then another one is p.
No, it's p.
Even this one is p.
Yes, it's p.
Okay. What's the question?
Yeah, so now the question goes like this. Now, yes, the question is if alpha and beta are roots of the equation, find the equation whose roots are x plus 2 and beta plus 2. Now, I want you to advise me what are the coefficients here? Is there any need of multiplying this to remove the bracket?
Can you read the question again?
So the alpha and beta are roots of offset equal to 0. Find the equation whose roots are alpha plus 2 and beta plus 2.
Beta plus 2.
Yes, alpha plus 2 and beta plus 2.
So find the roots whose alpha. Okay, so now when you are getting, you can multiply this, you still get negative p plus 4. So what it means there, this is still A, this is still B, and this is still C. So now you know that whenever we are doing alpha plus 2, then plus alpha plus C or beta plus 2, it is B over what? It is negative B over A, of which negative B it is negative P plus 4. Then A is 3. You have seen it, right?
Yes, yes.
When you are multiplying, you have this.
Sir, the sign isn't it supposed to be negative?
Or it's supposed to be negative, but it's going to be cancelled out. It's like this. Okay, yes. So now the negative, since we have got negative B over A, yes, you are right. That negative and this negative, they will go, not so. And you end up having P minus 4. Yes. Then you divide it by 3. So then the product will be like this. Then now here it is C over. Now this negative is going to affect everything inside, which is going to be negative 2P. That is plus, so it's going to be negative as well. Negative 1 over A is 3. Have you seen what I've done? Who was there the time I was teaching about physics yesterday? What did I mention about hard questions?
What does that?
They don't come. So like this question, so you are going to ask me tomorrow, even the time you are going to write your test. What we are doing, we are wasting time. This question can't come. That's what you need to know.
Yes, sir.
But this question can be there in the throw sheet. But did it come in any test, sir?
Yes, yes.
Which year?
Actually, it was from someone just wanted it to me.
Oh, that is a data boy. Yeah. So you know they are trying to challenge you now. How can you solve this? That's there are those guys when they go to start, they find a hard question, then they start now sharing in the group. Who can solve this? You're wasting time. Okay. You can practice such questions, but it can't come, sir. What I'm telling you is the truth. Such questions can't come. Yes. But that's how you go about it. And then they told you to ask to find the value of P or what?
No, they told me to just to find the equation now.
Oh, the equation.
Yeah.
So if it was supposed to be equation, then we are supposed to add this. We are supposed to add this, and also multiply them.
So now the challenge,
Mhm.
the challenge which I had was on how to pick the coefficient then.
So the coefficient, now you are okay on how to pick.
I'm okay, although I'm not very much okay because
So
I'm seeing P minus 4 over
no. So this one is now wrong, because if it is about equation, here we are supposed to do direct. These are just the integers which we have been given. So it's supposed to be direct alpha plus beta to be equal to that. Then alpha times beta to be equal to this. Then this one, now you are supposed to add this plus that. Then again this times that. So it's going to come out perfect. So you can solve and send the answer in my inbox. Me guys, I'm tired.
So if
Guys,
We want modulus functions here. What modulus?
Yes, I'm going to do sheet 4 question 7 by my domain and range.
throw sheet 4 then.
So
Okay, let's end here and then we come back at what time?
20
hours.
20 hours. No, let's come back at 20:30.
Okay, sir. Store sheet 4, please.